in life. You are here, USA.
Today on Friends or Lovers.
Experimenting is one thing, but having a problem with it is another.
So
Joey has a problem with drugs?
Okay, fair enough.
You can't possibly understand me.
I'm not denying your love for her.
He has a wife.
What?
And she had Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On playing on the radio. Yeah, I figured that was all the convincing that I needed.
Welcome to Friends or Lovers, the show that asks the question, who do you choose, your friend or your lover? Now, today's first story is about a woman who is concerned about her lover's very strange behavior.
My name is Nicole, and I'm in a wonderful relationship with Joey that transcends anything that my friends have to say about him.
I'm Nicole's friend, Sang. I've seen some weird changes in Joey. I have a suspicion of what he's hiding from Nicole.
All right, let's get started and meet Nicole. Great. Have a seat right there. So, Nicole, you're going to be choosing between your friend or your lover. But first, tell me about Joey.
Joey is great. He's one of the most original people that I've met, and especially that I've dated.
Now, what do you mean by original? What kinds of things does he do?
He does things that I've done with no one else before. We go to antique markets and look for special little things. We go to yard sales a lot and just look for little things like that.
Now, how'd you guys meet?
Well, he has his own yard care business. He was taking care of the bushes in front of the place where I work, and we'd say hi every now and then. One day I went into work, and there were a dozen red roses on my desk with his name and phone number on them. So I gave him a call. He invited me out for a date, and we went on an all-day date starting in the morning, and we went to the Huntington Library. Went around all the gardens there. We had tea in the tea room that afternoon. And
a guy took you out for tea?
Yes.
That is so original. That is so nice. Now, your friend Sang has a lot of reservations about him, and he has some questions about his behavior that we're going to find out right now. So, Sang, come on over here. Hi, Sang. Very nice to meet you.
Right?
Yeah, have a seat right there. Now, I always ask guys and girls and their friends if there was ever any kind of relationship between the two of you.
No, no,
we've always
absolutely
just
not.
been friends.
Just been friends?
Yeah.
So tell me about your history.
Well, we've known each other for like 8 or 9 years now.
We met in college.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we met through a mutual friend and just started hanging out together. And
She's always been a sweetheart. She's like the nicest person you'll ever meet.
So you guys are really close?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
and she's
he's
helped me
always
out a
been the
lot.
one I've confided in with everything. And
All right.
Kind of like a big brother.
Now tell me what you think about Joey.
You hate to have judgments about people,
Oh,
but...
go ahead, judge him. That's why we're here.
Okay, you got it. He wasn't up to her standard. I mean, he has a job and all, but she's educated, and she comes from a different background than him.
He started his own business. I think that's more admirable than a lot of people who
Sure.
just spend years in college and then go out and work for somebody else.
Okay. Well, Sang, you came here to tell your friend Nicole here something very specific about Joey. And what is that?
Okay, aside from what you just said, you know, about 3 or 4 months ago, he's been really acting strange. I mean, he would just disappear for hours. When I come over, he's been acting really antisocial.
When he disappears, are you suspecting he's seeing somebody else, or?
We went to college. We've seen a lot of weird things. I mean, we experimented with things.
You did. I didn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's besides the point. Experimenting is one thing, but having a problem with it is another.
So
you
Joey
know-
has a problem with drugs?
I mean, what could explain his behavior? I mean, it's so erratic. It's antisocial.
now, Nicole, have you suspected his behavior at all?
He has been acting a little strange. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's having problems at work. I don't know what it is.
don't
He
know.
hasn't talked to me.
Okay. Well,
don't
maybe
know
we'll
that
find
it's
out when we talk
drugs.
to him. So you guys hang tight. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll hear Joey's side of the story so we can all find out what's really going on. Stay with us. All right, here's where we're at. I'm sitting next to Nicole and her friend Sang. Now, Nicole's good friend Sang just told her that he believes her boyfriend Joey has experienced dramatic mood swings. due to what could possibly be a drug dependency problem. And he also disappears for hours at a time. So what is he hiding? We don't know. We're going to find out right now when we meet Joey. Hey, Joey. Joey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Oh, that's very sweet. Now, Joey, tell me about your relationship with Nicole.
Oh, boy, our relationship, it's wonderful. I'd probably say it's very spontaneous. We enjoy having a lot of fun together.
So you do very unusual things. I heard about the tea, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Now, you guys moved in together.
Yeah.
We did.
And how long had you known each other before?
Oh, yeah.
A week?
Yeah.
Just a week?
Yeah.
So,
Annie, I gotta cut in there. I mean, that is not her MO at all. I mean, she was all the way through college, even after college. She wouldn't even disappear for a night, let alone, I mean, this really adds to her state of mind.
hang on a second, Sang. When you were in the booth, Joey, you couldn't hear that Sang had some concerns about you. And before he tells you exactly what he said, if you'd like to confess anything to Nicole, now's the time to hit the floor and spill it.
Nicole, I don't know if you've noticed the last few months I've been going through some various mood swings, and I've tried to hide it from you and from those around. So what I did, I went and I talked to my doctor. He put me through some tests, and he came down and told me that I have what is called bipolar disorder, or it's
What?
manic depressive,
Okay, let him finish.
which means I do some strange things. I mean, I go through mood swings. I will sometimes go off, whether you've noticed or not, and just cry. They told me there is treatment, which I have not gone on yet. I just want you to know I love you, and I want you to go through this thing with me.
All right.
I just have, why didn't you tell me this before? If you were having this problem, I mean,
Basically, I've been scared. I didn't want you to think I was a nutcase and a loony. And
Joey, were you afraid that Nicole would reject you if
Oh,
she
yeah.
found out? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it took a lot of courage to come out and say this. Now, Sang, why don't you tell Joey what you were thinking?
Well, first thought, I was like, geez, I seen less holes in Swiss cheese in his story. Come on. Oh, yeah, okay. That was kind of insensitive, but that's my first thought. I mean...
Sam, you don't even know what's been going on here.
No,
How do
I
you
don't
even
know. That's
me?
why I'm asking right now. Just hang on for a second, okay? She's got a big dilemma to face, even with that problem. I mean, someone that's going to be a Prozac husband. I mean, think about it. I mean, no offense, there's people with disorders all over the place.
Okay. Okay, well, Joey, I'll just tell you that Sang was suspicious that you might be taking drugs or doing something else, but...
Sang doesn't even hardly know me. I mean, I have met him.
We've gone out a few times. Okay, we're not the same cut, okay? We're totally a different breed.
Yes, we are not the same kind of people. But you know what?
Really?
I love Nicole. And I don't know what kind of relationship you and she have had, which...
Okay,
You can't possibly understand me.
I'm not denying your love for her. I'm not at all.
Now, Joey, I'm just curious what your treatment would entail. Would it be taking drugs, going to therapy?
One thing they did tell me was that the people around me, it would be really hard for them. And I guess that's where you come in, that it's, you know, people who are with me have to be supportive of me.
Okay. Well, this seems very minor compared to what we've been talking about, but this is the way the show works. I do have 2 tickets here to Acapulco for you, Nicole, and one is for you and either Sang or your boyfriend, Joey. But first, I'm going to go to our audience and see what they think. So, audience, please vote now. Well, the audience has spoken, and Joey, they're behind you 97%. All right? Now, before Nicole makes up her mind, Sang, is there one last thing you'd like to say to her? And I'm just kind of feeling over here, do you have deeper feelings for Nicole than you've admitted to before?
No. No.
You don't.
Absolutely not.
But for one last time, tell Nicole what your concerns are.
Well, Nicole, all I want to say now is just like, you know, whatever you do decide to choose, you know, just be really careful.
Okay, Joey?
I want you to know that I still love you.
All right. So, Nicole, here are the tickets. Tell us what you're thinking.
Saying you've been one of my best friends for many years now. I can't tell you how much it means to me that you came here to protect me and to try to shelter me from something you saw as a concern. I really appreciate that. Joey, the first time we spent that day together, I knew you were my soulmate. I love you very much. And I know that what you're going through is very difficult, and it may be difficult for a very long time. So saying thank you so much for being there for me. I hope you'll continue to be there for me.
Absolutely.
But I'd like to go with Joey.
All right. Well, all I have to say is good luck to you, because you're facing an uphill battle, but I think that you can do it, and just best of luck. All right, thanks for being on the show. We'll be right back. Selected guests on Friends or Lovers will be going on a luxurious 3-day getaway to Acapulco, provided exclusively by eStudentTravel.com. Coming up next.
He has a wife.
What?